When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits.
God be with
You know something about Ginger?
I might have heard something, and if you share a bit of silver with me, I might...
That depends. What do you want?
A bit of silver?
That story about...
Well, then it... Not bad, not bad. Listen up. Ginger has two mates, twins, who are keeping him hidden and taking care of him. They go out every day to bring him something to eat.
Where do they take the food?
I don't know. I didn't follow them. Why would I?
That's all you have?
If you'd already known that...
God be with you.
Where are you hiding Ginger?
How did you... What the hell are you talking about?
Don't try that one on me. I know...
If Sir Hunush sent you, then you should deal with those two cutthroats who've been creeping around here asking about the poor boy. Once you take care of them, we won't have to hide him anymore.
I need to question Ginger, not...
If anyone gets... What the hell? What is...
What are you doing, you murderer?
What on earth are you talking about?
What are you doing here? Nearby a corpse. Nearby a murder.
I'm travelling the province in the service of Sir Radzig Kabila.
Right. And I'm Sir Divish's Chamberlain. Liar. I saw you robbing the corpse.
I was finding out what happened here, so I could report it.
All right. I've got a funny feeling about you, but I can't be absolutely sure you did it.
I'm relieved to hear it. And what exactly were you doing here, anyway?
What are you getting at?
I know what happened. I won't leave criminals to roam the roads.
Oh, really? I tell you, if you try and pin something on me I haven't done, the whole fucking province will get to hear of it.
I'm sorry. It seems you really didn't do it.
Jesus. What the hell are you doing?
Jesus Christ be praised.
I'm looking for Ginger, a stable boy from Neuhof. Do you know where I might find him?
Well, if you go south from here, you'll come across Old Andrew's Inn on the road. If you go along the road from there to the east, you'll reach Neuhof.
I know where Neuhof is. The boy isn't there.
Ah, I see. I can't help you then. I've never noticed.
All right, thank you.
Good health to you.
I'm looking for Ginger from Neuhof. Was he here by any chance?
Ginger, you say? Would he be a red-haired fellow?
Yes, have you seen him?
Let me see now.
Great, thanks. God be with you. I'm looking for a stable boy from the stud farm. I've heard he's hiding with some charcoal burners.
I don't know anything about that. No one ever comes here, what with the smoke and all.
I see, but
They say it makes their clothes reek. Don't know why they're complaining. The resin will stiffen the cloth and make it stronger.
Good health to you, sir.
you know something about Ginger.
I might have heard something.
That depends.
A bit of silk.
That story about...
Well, then it was... Not bad, not bad. Listen up. Ginger has two mates, twins, who are keeping him hidden and taking care of him. They go out every day to bring him something to eat.
Where do they take the food?
I don't know. I didn't follow them. Why would I?
Thank you, that's helpful. So where's Ginger? I know you're hiding him, and I'm not leaving till I get an answer.
Who told you that?
One of the charcoal burners here. I don't know what he's called. He was quite sure about it.
You don't want to believe everything you hear. That's a load of horse shit.
Really? Well, we can find out easily enough. From what I hear, you bring him food every day, so all I have to do is wait for one of you to leave and follow him, right?
Oh, fuck it. The damage is done. What do you want then?
I want to find Ginger and ask him about that raid.
But Ginger ain't safe as long as those two cutthroats are lurking around. So, if you want to talk to him, better deal with them first. Unless you're one of the gang too.
I dealt with that pair. I happened to run into them and...
Really? And I suppose I have to take your word for it.
If you want proof, I can take you to them. Maybe I should have brought you their heads.
I'll take your word for it. All right, a bargain's a bargain. Ginger is hiding out in a ruined hut not far from here. You go along the road to Uzitz until you see a path to the right that leads to a small spring. There's an overgrown path that leads from there right to where Ginger is. Keep your eyes peeled, though. You could easily miss it.
Good. Thanks for your help. Jesus, you've led me a merry dance.
What do you want from me?
I want to ask you a couple of questions. Why did you run off like that? Where are your cronies? And why did you kill that bandit?
What?
Right, one thing at a time. Why did you run off in such a hurry?
Because I was afraid they'd come back and kill me.
Who?
Those bandits, of course.
To get revenge on you for killing their mate?
Killing? Me? I never killed anyone. God is my witness.
And now tell me exactly what happened. And don't leave anything out.
That's quite a long story.
Don't worry, I won't get bored.
All right. I woke up in the middle of the night because I needed to go for a piss. So I went out into the dark, same as usual, only there was something there that shouldn't have been. At first I thought it was just a trick of the light, but it wasn't. Then it was too late. They went past and I thought they must be horse thieves. I would have yelled, only I was afraid they'd kill me. So I waited until they were out of sight and I started to sneak away, but then...
Then the slaughtering started.
Yeah. I thought they'd steal the horses and ride off. That would be bad enough, but then all the killing started and flames everywhere. It was terrible, like hell itself.
And then?
It seemed some of them didn't like it either. They started squabbling among themselves, and some of them started running back where they came from, right towards me. And I had that thing in my hand, the hoof pick.
So you stabbed the first one in the belly?
No. He ran right into me. He was running fast for a fellow with a limp. He pushed me aside and I fell on the ground. Then he told me I'd better lie low if I valued my life. And he ran off with the others. I did what he said and hid. Then the rest of the gang ran past.
And then?
Then I waited in case that limping one from Ujits came back. I didn't dare come out until I was sure. I think it was almost light.
What about the others? Was there anything you noticed about them?
I don't know. There might have been maybe 8 of them, and 2 of them were really big. That's all I can remember.
Do you know what they argued about?
I didn't hear everything, but I reckon some of them were only there to steal and wanted no part in the killing.
That sounds terrible. I know exactly how you feel.
If only I yelled. Maybe they...
If you had, you'd most likely be dead. It probably wouldn't have done any good anyway.
But still...
There was nothing you could do. That's all. Why did you kill... This is yours.
That is mine, but I didn't stab...
I've heard everything I need to hear, so I'll leave you be.
Wait! What about me? Won't you help me out?
Perhaps I could. What would you like?
I'd like to go back to the stud farm, but those cutthroats who want to kill me are still around. Will you help me?
It's all over with them. You've, nothing more to fear.
Really? God bless you. But there's just one thing.
What?
I'm afraid to go back to the farm. I ran away, and God knows what they'll think about it all. I don't know if they'll even want to talk to me.
Just try, and you'll see whether they drive you away or not. But if you explain it to them, they're sure to understand.
I suppose you're right. Thank you for your help, and God bless you. Be a bit... What is it?
Well, well. Look who deigns to grace us with his presence.
I was looking for that boy, and
And you didn't bother telling anyone.
I had to follow the trail before it went cold.
And what if some bandit skewered you and left you for dead? We'd never find you because you told no one where you were going. How would I explain that to Sir Radzig, eh? I really don't know, my lord. He disappeared without saying a word to anyone. Never crossed my mind he wanted to get himself killed.
I...
Silence! Keep your ignorant mouth shut when I'm giving you the benefit of a veteran's wisdom. You do what I tell you, answer only when I ask, and not go roaming off whenever you feel like it. I'd like to kick your arse back to the castle and be shut of you. But it's true, you're a fucking peasant who knows nothing about soldiering, and it's my job to whip you into shape, so I'm not done with you yet. God have mercy on you if you ever try anything like that again. If you're lucky, I'll only have you whipped and clapped in the stocks, because if I get my way, you'll be hanged for desertion. I hope we've got that out of the way. I've made myself absolutely clear. And now, let's hear what you have to report.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it, then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Uzhitz. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. Sir Radzik will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been.
God bless you. What troubles you?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Fern had already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
One of the Neuhoff stable boys, a lad they called Ginger, fled from there and hid out with some charcoal burners. I have to say, there's a lot of them around. I never thought how many forges and ironworks they have to supply.
That's true, but keep to the point.
Oh, yes, sir. I had quite a job finding him. He was well hidden and with good reason. The bandits wanted to kill him because he recognised one of them.
Did he tell you what happened?
He said it wasn't one gang, but two. And one of them took fright when the slaughter started. Seems they were only interested in loot, so they quarrelled with the other lot. Then it came to a skirmish in the woods and one of them was killed. The rest of them scattered.
And did you find out where they went?
All I know is one of them is from Uzhitz. I know enough about him to be able to track him down.
All right, but those cutthroats must know who he is too, right? And if they want to get revenge on him or silence him, you'd better hope they don't get to him before you. So drop everything and get on his trail. Find out what he knows and then report back to me. I'm going to our encampment at Merhayed to oversee the security of the region.
Yes, sir. Why choose Merhayed?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it?
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again? But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that. True.
Exactly.
But what?
Creating fear.
Good day to you.
I'm looking for a fellow who lives here, but I don't know his name. Do you know anyone with a limp?
What would you want with him? Well, there's no skin off my nose. The bastard has a cottage on the edge of the village, by the road to Rattay.
Move along, citizens. Move along. There's nothing to see here.
If that's what you call nothing to see, I'd like to know what something to see looks like.
By the keys of St. Peter, this is all I need. We'll have to send word to Sir Hanush.
That might not be necessary.
Who are you?
I'm Henry of Skalitz, in the service of Hanush's Captain Bernard. I'm investigating the attack at Neuhof, and I think this could be related.
Well, I'm the bailiff of Auschwitz. And I say we don't want any of that kind of trouble around here. What makes you think this has anything to do with Neuhof?
One of the folk at the stud farm recognized someone from Auschwitz among the bandits.
We have no bandits or murderers around here.
Really? They say he had a limp?
Shit. Well, allow me to introduce you to Limpy Lubosh. Or all that's left of him.
Sacre. Nothing's ever easy. I'll have to take a look around and ask a few more questions, if that's all right with you.
You can take this mess off my hands and welcome to it. As for what else there is to find out, I don't know. But look and ask all you like.
Who was Limpy Lubosh?
A poor crofter and a scoundrel. Can't say I'm too surprised what happened to him. He kept company with all sorts of vermin. He was always getting into some kind of trouble. Punch-ups in the tavern and what have you.
Did he have any kith or kin in the village?
None.
Has he been up to anything suspicious?
I don't know. The last few days he didn't go anywhere. He was home the whole time. But he always kept everyone in the village at arms.
How come he limped?
He got that from some villainy or...
Do you happen to know where he was on the night of the Neuhof raid?
I've no idea. He kept his distance from...
When did you find the body?
Just now.
Another thing about... How come he limped?
He got that from some...
Jesus Christ be praised.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof. And now...
Of course, ask away.
That man Lubosh who was murdered, what was he like?
He was a drunk who was always looking for a fight. Nobody...
Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
He was a loner. He didn't even...
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Well, now I think of it, I hadn't seen him around for a while. No idea where he was skulking.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
Not a clue.
That's all.
God be with you.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanush.
Of course. Ask.
That's all.
Good health to you.
Is there anything suspicious going on in these parts?
Indeed there is. Just last night, Father Godwin was here, calling fire and brimstone down on old Gertrude. And that's... around here.
I've come in the name of...
I don't know.
Have you noticed anything...
Come to think of it, he was in church yesterday. He was even talking to the priest and went to confession.
That's all.
What the hell are you doing?
What the hell? What? What the hell are you doing?
What was that noise?
Huh?
Damn!
blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush... But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
A bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances, and this is one of them.
For heaven's sake, Father, can you really look me in the eye and tell me that, when you know you may be condemning innocent people to death?
I can, because if I broke that vow, the consequences would be much worse than if I didn't. Maybe not immediately, but one day. The mills of God grind slowly.
Father, Lubosh was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father. I've come in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
I don't know how I can help you, but ask if you must.
Who was this Lubosh who was murdered?
You could see at first glance he was no good. I kept well out of his way.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
There wasn't sight or sound of him for a long time. And then yesterday, he turned up at the church and even talked to the parish priest. I never saw him do that before. Probably had a bad conscience.
Ale for me.
I'll have a beer.
That's all. Thank you.
God be with you.
Good health to you.
I'd like to learn to read.
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk. But why not? I've taught all sorts. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
All right. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a...
Here are your groschen.
Then we may as well start.
No. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart.
Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit. There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through it.
I've read the book.
Wonderful. So tell me.
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent. You're one of my most talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable, and the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. There's a book on the table with some...
I only just managed the fable.
You're a
Damn it. Damn it, I'm hungry.
My respects to you.
I read the page.
So tell me.
Dullest liver tam malus at non liquor party profit.
Not bad, my boy. Good effort. You're almost there, but you better go back and read it again.
I read the page.
So tell me,
nullus est liber tam malus ut non lique parte prosit.
Good heavens! Don't tell me you haven't had lessons before. Excellent. Well, there's nothing more I can teach you. Congratulations. You can go and be ordained right away.
Thank you, Domine. I'm feeling a lot wiser.
Oh, damn.
I've come in the name of Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the massacre in Neuhof, and now a murder here as well. Can I ask you a few questions?
Ask all you want, lad.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
Everything about him was suspicious. I always gave him a wide berth.
Who was this Lubosh who was...
Those that live...
Do you know what Lubosh was doing the day Neuhof was raided?
How would I know?
Do you know who Lubosh used to spend time with? Kin or friends?
I don't know, since I don't go to alehouses.
That's all.
Good health to you.
Have you got a bed for the night?
All right. For how long?
Just the one night?
No problem, but you pay in advance.
Here you go.
You'll like it here.
I've come in the name... Do you know anyone Lubosh used to spend time with? Relatives or friends?
Not with anyone from the village.
Do you know what Lubosh...
I was coming from the tavern. He looked like he was in a hurry. It was only a shadow against...
That man Lu...
No.
That's all.
Ale for me.
Could do with a bite to eat. I feel quite hungry.
You know where the speaker is?
I feel quite hungry.
The bees will wait for you to come up for air, and then they'll sting you. Discovery Channel turns out there's a lot to discover.
Felicity, what are you doing here?
You guys go outside. Be right back.
What exactly are we waiting for in this smoke?
Out there. Is that a bird?
It's a plane.
It's my boyfriend.
I'm Ray. See, he seems a little tall for you.
Very. Alan, are you jealous?
No, I'm not jealous. I really wish. You would have called before flying in.
Oh no, he flew. I drove.
I'm serious. Right now is not the best time.
Why? Well, what's going on?
Oh, well, my ears popped, so that's something.
You're lucky you didn't break your neck. What is it with billionaires being superheroes?
So have you,
I feel quite hungry.
Kind of partial to the atom. You married to that, or? Your atom suit.
Quite the technological achievement, Mr. Palmer. I'm impressed.
He is never impressed.
Well, thank you, but I can't quite seem to keep it up.
He means the suit.
Yeah, I'm in the suit.
Yeah, I can attest that everything else works just fine. There's nothing we need to fix in that area.
No, the sex is great. I know from Felicity that you have been very helpful with Barry in the Flash suit, and I was hoping to get another set of eyes on my problem.
A friend of the Arrows is a friend
Jesus!
Yes. Well, guys, we kind of have a lot going on already. There's the meta-human killer that can control a whole swarm of bees. Cool. I mean, awful.
I'm sure Caitlin and I will provide ample support, Barry.
And I will be happy to sit this one out.
Ray, why don't you stay here and work on your suit while Barry and I run to Jenner's for some job?
Sounds like a plan.
Coffee?
Sure.
I feel quite hungry.
Hey, detective.
What else, you, sir?
I've come in the name.
I am
Varnish gives.
a story about crime in Central City or Black.
I really don't know.
Do you know?
I don't think you.
I don't agree.
I didn't see much of a light.
When does my
That man Luke.
Then you become her husband.
That's all. I'll have to get something to eat.
City to get away from the motor group, but it looks like it followed me here.
I know. I'm sorry. It's like I said before. Now it's not the best time.
Barry, I have been through enough with you to know when you're holding something back. This is because I told Ray your secret, because he is trustworthy, Barry. He wants to help people just like you.
I know. That's not what I'm worried about. It's just I really don't want to put anyone else in danger.
In danger of what?
Barry.
God be with you.
Hey, you remember Felicity?
I've come in the name of. I don't know. That.
What is wrong with you? Is everyone in Central City in a bad mood? I thought Central City was supposed to be the fun one.
It's not. Felicity knows. Wow. Yeah. So everyone but Iris feels that way. How do you lie to everyone you care about?
For starters, don't think of it as lying. Think of it as protecting her from getting hurt. With a fit.
Iris can tell I'm hiding something. And it's putting this distance between us.
I have an idea. Why don't we all go to dinner tonight? A little wine and dine is sure to bridge the gap.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, we all had fun last time.
Sure. Why not? I don't know. Feel free to.
Well, I can't make my 3 o'clock meeting this afternoon. Also confirm my dinner reservation for tonight. Last time they couldn't find it, and that was unacceptable. Thanks.
You see that bad man over there?
Can we do something?
Tell your sister
Why not?
it's time.
So you put solid oxide fuel cells into the boat?
Yeah, there's no place to hide the hardware.
Well, they should be generating enough energy to power.
So this is a waste of time.
It could be the operating temperature.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Yeah, I figured.
But we insulate them with a ceramic compound.
We may improve the operating efficiency. You really are quite clever, Cisco. Reverse. Incredibly clever, Cisco.
Good day to
Hey, turn
you.
this thing on. Cisco? You okay?
Yeah. I haven't been getting enough sleep.
Cisco, we need you up here. Killer bees are at it again.
attack, Folston Tech.
Let's see what Joe is.
Be careful.
For real?
Bad pun, sorry, just don't die.
I'm too late.
Where are the bees?
I don't know, there's no sign of them.
Found them.
Get out of here!
Take the northeast crossway. It's the quickest way out of the building.
Guys, they're everywhere! I'm surrounded! He's going into cardiac arrest.
Barry, stay with me.
Let's go! Barry doesn't have a pulse!
Step away from him.
What? Why?
We need to jumpstart his heart. There's a defibrillator in the suit.
Charge it to 360 joules.
Charging in 3, 2, 1.
I feel quite
Then
hungry.
again, 400 joules.
Charging in 3, 2, 1.
Good day, Claire.
That is it for the defibrillator. It is completely fried.
Lucky to be alive, Mr.
I was very specific that you not die.
Yeah, that's a pretty big thing for her.
Cisco, what happened out there? I followed your directions exactly.
I'm sorry. I led you the wrong way. The schematics that we had, they weren't up to date.
Wait, they weren't up to date. What do you mean? That's never happened before.
What, you think Cisco was trying to get killed?
No, but why would he do that? Doesn't make any sense.
I know, that's why I was joking.
Barry, it's our job to protect you, and today we failed, but that'll just serve as a warning for all of us to be more vigilant in the future.
Good news, the antitoxin is out of your body. Your levels are back to normal.
Terrific. Ray, Felicity, we're gonna be late for dinner. Are you sure that's wise, Barry?
You just died.
Maybe you should order in tonight.
Yeah, we can totally cancel.
I'm fine. Alive. Hungry. Alright? Let's go.
That was weird.
Yeah, why didn't we get invited to dinner? Oh, thank you. Hey, guys. Wow, Iris took you out. Hi, Felicity. No. Hi. Guys, this is Ray Palmer.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. This is Barry. Bienvenue chez Massimo Restaurant. Nous s'appelle l'Hôtel Bolivie. Nice. Shall we?
Yes.
What the fuck is the police say?
How did he get a reservation here? We've been trying for months.
Here's Hotel Bolsa. I thought it'd be nice if it was quiet, so I bought out the entire restaurant. Too much?
Just a tad, sweet.
Too much.
I don't really like
Oh,
this.
Cisco, hey.
Starlight,
I got some info on our second victim. Name's Bill Carlisle. He was recently hired at Folston Tech to beef up their robotics division.
Robotics? It's just like the first victim. Wow, that is weird.
That's not why you stopped by.
How kind of you not...
I wanted to talk to you about Barry.
Okay.
Trust me, you've got...
Is there something going on with him? Something he's not telling me? he hasn't really been himself lately.
Not that I'm aware of.
Do you have any work?
My dear lad, I have to deal with a witch, the herb woman. This is no...
Mind trained on catching a bad guy, Cisco, and he's
A little bird told
You know how good...
I'm just gonna show you his face again.
What?
But this...
What do you want?
I want you to go and see her and find out what... If you learn that...
Consider it done.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. It's just, I get this crazy headache. Thank you for the file and the talk.
So how did you two meet?
Work.
Well, actually, I bought the company where Felicity was employed, and so she was forced to join me at Palmer Tech.
It's not as creepy as it sounds. So you two work closely together. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, well, no, not...
Our first course on the testing menu is our labs. Harrison Wells is like a personal hero of mine. I mean, it's amazing just actually being in the same room with him.
Well, I... have to be. Okay, you've been acting super strange ever since Ray and I went to Central City. What is going on with you? And don't say it's a bad time. Oliver might be joining the League of Assassins, Laurel's a Black Canary, and Theo's training with Malcolm, so I know about bad times.
Joe and I found out that Wells isn't what he says he is. He's the man that killed my mother.
Oh my god, but he's been helping you.
Get faster, stronger, I know.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore, especially who I can and can't trust.
So you think Cisco and Caitlin are helping him? That's impossible.
Is it?
Yes, they were trying to save you today, Barry. They did save you.
Wells has also saved me many times. I thought that Wells was a great man, and I was so wrong about him. What if I'm wrong about everything else, too? Hey, guys. Things are getting a little intense. Please, can't we just have a nice evening?
Okay, so it's my fault that we're not happy.
Thank you for dinner. I've got to go. Emergency at Star Labs.
No problem. Well?
Only 17 more courses to go.
Sorry.
Did I get it? I think I got it.
Where is he?
Let's see what makes this bee so poisonous. Say hi.
That is when I look in the
That's because it isn't a bee at all. It's a robot.
It's a robot. I got no more reps.
Unbelievable.
Huh?
This spot's got a 360-degree vision system. mean, we're talking multiple micro cameras all coming from various angles at the same time. Which means
It can see all around the room at once. That is amazing.
Disturbing.
It's also next-gen hardware that's nowhere near the market.
So we're not dealing with a metahumans.
It's just a mad scientist. Cisco, you said the second victim, Bill Carlisle, was a robotics engineer. Let's cross-reference his previous employers, which was a Lindsay King.
Always been making a structure.
Okay.
we both worked at Mercury Labs.
It's called Joe. This time we paid a visit to an old friend.
Twice in 1 year, Harrison. You really are vying for comeback scientist of the year.
Always a pleasure, Christina.
So what do I owe this visit? Did you finally find my tachyon prototype, or are you here to blackmail me for another one?
Do you have another one?
We came here for information. Bill Carlisle and Lindsay Kang, former employees who were recently murdered.
My God, I wasn't aware.
Stung to death by robotic bees.
You're looking for Brie Larvin,
Reloading.
a quite brilliant roboticist who once developed miniature mechanical bees for agricultural use. Kang and Carlisle warned me that Brie was weaponizing the bees for military use, so I terminated her.
Well, it seems that you would be on our hit list too, Doctor.
You've got to let us keep you safe.
I'm all too familiar with your inability to protect things, Harrison. I can take care of myself. Good day, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Well, fuck you then, bitch.
Our ass gets done.
Hey. So, we found our queen bee, Brie Larvin. She's a roboticist. Joe's running a trace on her current location, but so far nothing. Where is Ray?
He's working with Sue Cisco.
I like Ray. Seems like he's a really good guy.
He is a good guy. Just like Cisco. And Caitlin. Girl.
Is that what you call me?
I know. Maybe a tricky situation, but that's what individuals talk about. How can they if we won't let them?
It's not that simple. What if Joe is right, and I tell them and it backfires? Boss isn't just their boss, but say he is their mentor, their hero. My hero. I don't know what to do.
When I first met Oliver, before he was there, he would ask me to do weird things like different things with a computer or hack some company. And when I would ask him why, he would come up with these ridiculous excuses. And I always knew he was lying. I would help him anyway. You know why? Because I knew I was a good person. With a good heart. Cisco and Caitlin, they're no different.
So you're really staying here tonight?
Tonight, tomorrow night, the night after that.
Joe.
You took everything from me. What you were doing was wrong. You wanted to harm people, not help them. I did what I had to do.
You mean ruin my life? Sure. Now I'm doing what I have to do.
Found her.
Good job, Buggle.
Felicity, can you jam their frequency?
Well, I already tried, but I might be able to redirect them onto a new target. Ray, get ready for incoming.
We have the technology.
No, I gotta clean the ice, bullet.
It's over, Bree. I know you're trying to kill Dr. McGee,
You think that she betrayed you? I can't imagine how that feels.
You think you understand the sting of betrayal? I'll show you what it means to be stung.
What?
No, I forgot that. You will take care of you.
Oh. We'll leave after this blunt.
Next check is gonna be
What I'm going to get. By my future chain.
Barry, I hacked into the bee's frequency. I'm controlling it. I'm the queen of this hive.
She's like a nemesis. You never had a nemesis before.
Okay, Cisco. Now what? Ray, get to the ocean. If the bots follow you into the water, they're
I've come from the priests. They're saying you incited some women to witchcraft.
Me? Witchcraft?
She's doing witchcraft.
Nothing but idle chatter.
She's doing witchcraft.
Cisco, I'm fried. I'm losing proportion control.
You'd be wise to give me a straight answer. I mean you no harm.
As long as it's the truth you speak. Very well. I'll tell you everything. I've done a very foolish thing. It's preying on my mind so much I can't sleep or read.
I'm supposed to believe an old witch has pangs of conscience.
Laugh if you like, but it's not a word of a lie. You probably know I sell various magic lotions and potions alongside my herbs. Well, there's one I wish I hadn't sold. You see, Vera, Zlata, and Kuta from Uzhitz wanted a magic ointment from me. I kept refusing them, but in the end, I let them talk me into it.
Right now would be a good time to do something.
Stay away from
What
Barry
kind of
now.
ointment was it?
One that will show you a world no one else can see. A place of wonder and terror. The flowers might start talking to you. Or the earth swallow you. I don't know if it's the work of the devil or of God himself, but the ointment has that power. But it could poison any person who doesn't know how to use it right.
So all this talk of witches anointing themselves and then flying to their sabbaths on broomsticks.
The ointment could make a person see such things. But it was stupid of me letting those foolish women get their hands on it. They could poison themselves or fall off.
You okay?
Will you give me the ointment?
It contains
Come on, please. Wake up.
I've heard enough.
He's going into shock.
If you...
Very well.
Hold on back.
Thanks.
I'm gonna try something. Cisco. Either my fear of bees is over or it just got a lot worse.
I'm glad you're okay.
Never had anybody take a bee from me. Thank you. You're welcome, bro. Cisco. You're a hero, man. Dr. McGee.
May I come in?
Yeah, of course. What can I do for you?
I wanted to apologize. I should have listened to you when you warned me about Will. Perhaps next time I will take the CCPD's offer of protection.
After we lost your Pacquiao prototype, I can understand why you were hesitant to trust us. Can I ask you something? I can't help but notice some tension between you and Dr. Woods.
That's all in the past.
Do you mind if I ask what happened
ask myself that same question all the time. 15 years ago, Harrison and I were thick as thieves with promising young scientists in Starling City. He was such a kind man. Then everything changed after
I feel quite hungry.
I understand how grief can affect someone, but this was more than that. It was like, after that day, Harrison Wells became a completely different person.
Who's that?
Happy to be alive. It's sad that Ray is leaving. So, it is brave thing he did, risking his life. Selfless.
Yeah, definitely was.
I heard something about a magic ointment and the herb.
You heard that where? And what business is it of yours?
Ray, thank you for all your help. And I hope you figure out the problem with your
The priest is concerned.
The priest can go to hell.
The solution, as always, is simply...
You do know that what I've heard about...
Great. You okay?
I heard something...
You heard that?
The herb woman said.
Gertrude? What does she want? Haven't we paid her enough?
She'd like to know just what you're planning to do with it. She's worried about it.
What made her change her tune? You can tell her we plan to do exactly what we agreed.
What's up?
Is there something you mean?
After that day, Harrison Wells became a completely different person.
My respects to...
I'm getting faster than I've ever been, and I wonder if it's because lately something's chasing me. I know what it is that's stalking me. It's my past. It's getting closer, and as fast as I am, I can't help but feel like my past is almost caught up with me.
Where's Barry? He should be there in a second. I sent him out for seasons. Pizza!
What the?
What? From Coast City? Supposedly the best in the West. Why did I not think of this before coming to Papa?
Okay. 6 months of investigating Harrison Wells has let us nowhere, so we're going back to the beginning to see what we can find out. What's that?
Road trip, baby? Joe and Siska are going to go to Starling City.
Starling City? For what?
To investigate the car accident that Dr. Wells was in with us more than 15 years ago.
I don't understand why.
Dr. McGee said that after Wells's accident, he became like a complete stranger, just a different person entirely.
Because the love of his life died? You, of all people, can understand how things can change a person.
We believe that Dr. Wells is the reverse flash and killed Mary's mother. And he may have done the
I've heard something about...
Really? I'd like to know where...
everything we can about that night.
The herb woman said.
Gertrude.
Can you cover for me, Dr. Wells?
You mean why?
She'd like to know just what you're planning to do.
And then I burnt my knee.
She's worried about you.
What made...
Damn, I took the whole blood off of my knee. That shit hurt. Took the whole blood off. Like,
No, she's with us.
great
I'll
acid.
talk to her.
What do you want us to do
What
here?
are you doing
Business
there?
as usual while we're gone.
Yeah. Well, I want to wish you good luck over there, but I'm also scared what you might find.
Scared is a good thing. Scared keeps us alive.
Can you get the door, Nina? Nina? Oh, sorry. Wrapped up in my head. Late night. Just...
So let's go with the night.
That's not me.
No priors, no arrests, not even a speeding ticket. And everybody knows this woman, co-workers, neighbors, say she's the kindest, nicest, most honest woman they've ever met. So, unless she woke up this morning and out of nowhere decided to become a criminal, maybe we should be looking for a metahuman. One that can control people's minds, force them into becoming thieves. Is that possible? Is that enough question?
Hi, Barry. You know I'm missing my dad. Captain thinks he's a couple days off when he hasn't been home.
I didn't ask. At least I can help with those things. Like fire something else that accident so bad. It's not even just about gunmen or fires. But all of this.
I recently inherited the entire collection.
Beautiful. Let me put up my microscope. Of course. This is Dominic over at Pablo Jewelers. I've had a guy in here trying to sell stolen diamonds.
Good morning.
Hey,
Hey, look, can we talk about last night?
there's nothing to talk about.
There is actually. Caitlin, look, I know after everything Dr. Wells has done for all of us, it's hard to wrap your head around this, but I need you to see the truth.
The truth
I've heard something about
Really?
is that he saved your life multiple
the herb woman thing.
I know, but if I'm right about
Gertrude.
If there is, and
What does she
before
want?
we do any of this, I'm gonna
More
need to see some
money?
proof.
It's not about the money.
It can't have got any
We have another metahuman case on our hands.
We are always happy to help Barry, as you know. Have you ever heard from Cisco? He hasn't around you.
The herb woman.
He
Gertrude.
told Dante, his brother, he
What made her?
paid a few days off.
Eddie.
I got a call about a guy selling some of the jewelry stolen from the bank last night. Could be the teller's partner. I think he's made me.
Be a bit more careful.
Be right there. You can't outrun me. I won't have to. Well, that was new.
A shapeshifter?
Yeah, like, I literally saw a grown man, like, morph into a teenage girl.
It's fascinating. Today's physicists have always regarded programmable matter as nothing more than a theory, but I guess your shapeshifter proves it can be done.
So he or she or this person can actually transform into anyone they touch.
Yes, it appears so. That includes you, Mr. Allen.
Dr. Wells is right. If you're touched while you're the Flash and he transforms into you, we run the risk of him exposing that Barry Allen is the man behind the mask.
Because at this point we don't know if the shapeshifter is capable of absorbing more than just your physical characteristics.
Like, he might be able to copy my speed.
That would be bad.
Got it. Hands off the metahuman.
Hands off the metahuman.
So how do we find someone who can transform into anyone?
What is it then?
Well, I guess like any problem. Just go back
What?
to the beginning. In this case, that would mean
You heard?
finding the first person
Don't try to-
shapeshifter morphed into when they discovered their powers.
Yeah, can you pull
I'm
up the
damned if you
CCTV
know what they're
records of
after.
cases where the perpetrator pled innocent,
Since
even
you're
though
so
they were
keen on
caught on camera
challenging.
committing the crime?
You're good, Barry Allen. You're very good. Look at this. Multiple times of this scene, all dating back to a month after the Parkwood cylinder explosion.
And the first one was...
Best friend,
I'll pass this on to the CCP.
Victory!
Track him down.
I truly didn't expect
Thank you,
that.
Dr. Wells.
always here to help. Barry.